So hello everyone. Today we are gathered for the 25th session in the AWS Primer series, and today's topic is going to be lab on AWS CloudWatch and theory of AWS Cloud Trail. Jyoti, you can correct me if I am wrong, and I will now hand over to Jyoti for the further session. Jyoti, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Faz. So hi everyone, and yes, Faz, the topic is correct. So I'll cover few lab which we were facing trouble with in our last session, and then we'll do a theory of Cloud Trail as well. So today I would like to start with thank you because this is going to be my last session of this series. Okay, so I'll take a gap and I'll restart the second series, wherein my focus would be to do more hands-on lab and to see if we can design a system, complete system. So for that, even I need to do a lot of study and practice. So yeah, so second season would be all about lab and covering some important topics like cloud formation, CDK, and then we'll talk about databases and till now whatever we were doing through management console. So we'll do those labs using AWS CLI. Okay, so yeah, and thank you for being with me from past 6 months, joining every Saturday, taking out your time from weekend to listen to these sessions. And these sessions, they have given me a lot of opportunity. First is I could share what I learned, and that helped me to retain stuff. And then because of this session, I got selected as a AWS community builder. And then I made some good friends in this journey. So thank you, and hope session 2 would be as successful as the session 1 was. Okay. So over to our today's agenda. Yeah. So we'll talk about Event Bridge. Okay. Then we'll do a lab about Event Bridge, and then Cloud Trail. Okay. So what exactly is Event Bridge, right? So as I told you, they have renamed AWS CloudWatch Event to Event Bridge, and it's an event-driven architecture, and it's a serverless. Like you'll see, I'm not going to spin any instances, etc. What we'll do is just I'll create a rule, okay, and based on a rule, certain actions would be taken care. Okay, so let's study what is the component of Event Bridge. Okay, so yeah, you have something called as event publisher. Okay, so or you can say source of that event. So it could be either your application, your custom application, or it could be a SaaS provider. Could be like, okay, there is a Zendex application which you have integrated, right? So whenever there is a ticket which gets created in a Zendex, you want a notification to be triggered, right? Or it could be from your internal AWS services. The source of event could be from your AWS services. For example, you're uploading anything in S3, or something is getting downloaded from S3, or your EC2 instances are getting terminated, right? So this could be your source of event, right? Then what should happen once these events are invoked? Okay, either as I said, okay, you can either send a notification, right? Or you can have some lambda functions written. Okay, they do something. For example, if I've created an event that, okay, the CPU, whenever CPU high goes beyond 60, right? Okay, invoke this lambda function to what do you say, increase the capacity or change the instance type of that EC2 instance. Yeah, that could be one example of what your target application can do, right? So today the lab which we'll do for that, our source of event would be EC2 instance. So I'll create a rule that whenever a instance starts running, send me a notification. Okay, so that's the lab we'll do today. Now let's study about basic terms, right, which are associated with Event Bridge. So the first term is event. Okay, so as I told you, event could be change in the state of your services, right? So that change can be any of these which I told you. Okay, your service got terminated, a ticket gets created from your SaaS provider, right? Second is rule. Okay, so based on a rule, okay, so income, there would be an event, and for that event you will create certain rules, and if that rules matches with that event, or that event matches to a specific rule, a certain things would be invoked, and what would be that, we call it as a target. Okay, so these could be our targets. And then event bus, right? So for today we won't create an event bus. Every account has a default event bus, so we'll be leveraging that, but going forward you can create your own event bus. Yeah, so let's study about let's do a lab on say. Okay, let me share my entire screen. Okay, so before that, let me show you how does integration of SNS looks like. Right, so what I had done, I had created a rule that okay, whenever a EC2 instance starts to run, send me a notification. Okay, so this is how you get it, right? It would give you all the details, the status running. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our event bridge or a rule. Okay, so first thing what you need to do is SNS, go to SNS, create a topic for yourself, right? So I've already created, if you want I can go ahead and create a new, just a second. Okay, let me just delete this. Yeah. Okay, let's create a topic. Your SNS are also of two kinds. Okay, so in upcoming sessions we'll study about them. So let me go ahead and select the standard ones. Okay, TTC SNS demo event bridge. Okay, I'm just creating a simple topic. Now I'll go ahead and subscribe to it. So email is what I'm going to choose, and this is going to be for my email. Okay, create subscription. So I would receive a notification here to confirm the subscription. Oh, same thing happened last time. I don't know. Yeah, so I've got this. Confirm subscription. Yeah, so now I'm subscribed to this topic. Okay, so now let me go ahead and create a rule for my event. Okay, so create a rule. Okay, now could be TTC. Now rule simple event bridge demo default. Okay, see, I was telling you there could be your there are 3-4 kinds of event source. It could be either your event which is sent from the AWS service, or it could be from your custom applications, or it could be all event sent to this account, right? Now the source is my EC2 instance. Okay, so what is the type which I'm choosing is EC2 instance state change notification. Okay. And also you can see, other than EC2, what all you have in case of event source. See, you have your Athena, auto scaling, Connect. There are some services even I don't know about. So you can have backup, Chime. Chime is similar to your Zoom meeting. Okay. CloudFront, this we have studied, I think. No, I don't think so. We've studied. This is for caching. Yeah. CloudTrail is what we are going to study today, right? So these could be your source of event. Now, what type of event? So we are saying this whenever there is a state change in EC2. Okay. Okay. So do you want to have this event for any state or for a specific state? So if I say specific state, then you can select the state, right? So let me select the state as running. Okay. And do you want it to be for any instance or for a specific instance ID? So if you select a specific instance ID, then you have to provide the instance ID for that EC2, right? And how do you get the, for now, you guys would be aware that, okay, how do you get the instance ID, right? So right now I'm doing it for any. Okay. Next. Okay. In case of this event, what you want to do, right? So this is where we select the target. So I'll say SNS topic. Okay. What should be the topic name? This. Next. Tag, if you want to add any tag. See here, the event bus which is selected is default, right? We didn't go ahead and create the event bus. Now create a rule. Okay. So what all we did, we created a SNS topic. We subscribed to that SNS topic, and then we went ahead and created a rule. And the source for that rule is EC2 instance, and the target is your SNS notification. Okay. So let's go ahead and invoke a EC2 instance. Launch an instance. Oh. Yeah, that's okay. Why I'm getting this error? Because I had deleted the default subnets for this region some time back. We don't want to add storage, etc. It's just that we want to see, okay, do we get the notification when my instance starts to run? So I'll go ahead and launch. Okay, let it be any key here. Now this is in pending. There's no, so let's keep a watch here. What happens? It's still in pending status. Was any selected? What, Tara? Where is this any? You're saying, did I miss anything? Oh, I did any instance, not specific instance, right? Because the state which I have done is running, and there was no instance in my account. So that's why I went ahead and selected any. But for example, if you had your instance in your account and then it was in stopped status, so you could have gone ahead and copied this instance ID and added there under specific instance. Okay. Yeah. So let me see, do I get any notifications? Yeah. See, you got the notification. Yeah. So that your state. So this is like, I'm just printing the JSON, right? But you can customize it, right? And this was for Event Bridge, and this is, so you get all the details. This was the account ID, from where this notification was generated, what was the type, instance state change notification. Yeah. Any question on this before we move to our next topic, which is going to be a cloud trail?
Nothing from my side, Jyoti.
Okay. Okay, guys. So let's move to our next topic, which is Cloud Trail. And today I'm not going to do a demo on the Cloud Trail. That will cover in our season 2's first episode. Okay. Okay. So till now we studied about CloudWatch, right? So which helps you to monitor the performance of your instances, right? And we studied about there could be a basic monitoring or there could be a detailed monitoring. And for AC2, the matrices which we watch is your network, disk, and CPU, right? So, and then for different services, the matrices would vary, right? Now, what is CloudTrail? Okay, so CloudTrail is your auditing tool, as in your account, okay, whatever API call is made, right? So it tracks those API calls, right? It saves your history of API calls which you have made to different services. It could be your CloudFormation, EC2 instance, etc. Okay, and whatever it records, it saves it into S3 bucket. So there could be a little bit delay, like expect a delay of 5 to 15 minutes when you start seeing those trails in your S3 bucket. Now, what all could be source of your cloud trail? It could be your management console. So right now, whatever I am doing on the management console, behind the scene API would be getting triggered for those services, right? So that gets logged. Then AWS SDK or command line or any high level services, for example, CloudFormation. So whenever you are using these services, whatever API is invoked, that would be tracked using CloudTrail. Okay. So what all is recorded now? So you identify the API caller, like source, right? For now, my IP address would be source. Time when this was invoked, right? Request parameter, what was the request which was sent for that API, okay? Whatever was there in my payload, and then the response which was returned. Yeah. So this will do it as a lab as well. So ideally, the cloud trail is per AWS account, right? But you can consolidate. So when we talk about AWS organization, etc., wherein you have multiple accounts, right? So if you want to consolidate the cloud trail for all those accounts into one account, right? That time you can go ahead for cross region, right? Now the question could be, why do I want to store my logs in a different account, right? Right now for practice, I just have my one account, right? And that's my practice. But for an organization, for example, there are some breach happened, somebody attacked that account. Okay. Now, if the logs would also get deleted, you won't be able to troubleshoot or find out the root cause of that issue, or you won't be able to find out who initiated that breach, right? So it's always recommended that you save the logs in a different account. Okay, whenever you are working on multiple accounts, so you should go ahead and save your logs in a different account, so that in case your account so there are two accounts, say A and B. So if the logs if there is some issue in account A, you can track the source of that issue, or you can find the root cause of that issue using CloudTrail. If you have logged those CloudTrail in the S3 bucket, which is being created in your account B. Okay. And finally, log file integrity validation. So as I told you, right? So ultimately what happens, whatever CloudTrail is logging, it is going to save it in S3. So as a user, you want to ensure that nobody modifies. Okay. So why this is important? For example, there are companies like say PayU or Stripe, etc., right? They do some auditing for PCI compliance and all. Okay, so they want that ultimately. How would they see the auditing? They'll go ahead and check your S3 bucket, and they'll check the log to ensure yes, you're not logging person's card detail, right, etc. So they want this assurity that nobody has tempered whatever is logged in S3 bucket. So for that, your Cloud Trail provides a feature which we call it as a file integrity validation feature. So once your logs are consolidated in S3 and somebody goes ahead and tempers that S3 bucket, the person won't be allowed to make those changes, right? And yes, the lab, this will cover it in our upcoming session. So this is all what I had for today until we meet in our next session. So open for questions if you guys have any. The one thing I would like to know from you, Faz and Tara, so what should be the duration of the sessions which we should have? Like there have been times wherein my sessions have gone beyond an hour, or there are times they are like until half an hour or 45 minutes. The reason why I'm asking this question is I want to understand the attention span, because these topics are new, right? So what is the duration which we should go for, like in our upcoming session? Any tip you guys would like to share with me? Any feedback you would like to give me so that I can take care of it in the next sessions? Could be on duration, could be on the content, could be on the topic. Yeah.
So what I would like to say is that the feedback is like, I think it's a very good opportunity. It was like a very good experience for everyone to know, like learn about AWS from the scratch till like this much advanced topics. And we can say that like you have meticulously like created this content, like you have studied anyone who is seeing this would be able to see that you not only just studied but practice as well, or prepared as well before giving these sessions. So yeah, it was for content wise, I don't think there is anything. Regarding duration, I think we can maybe have a think about that, what will be the maybe the best thing, but yeah, but I think content wise it was like very good. And on behalf of everyone from the tester community, I would like to thank you, and we are grateful that you chose the tester platform to showcase your knowledge with the entire community. So thank you for that.
Thank you guys, thank you so much. As in fact, I learned a lot, because as you said, if to teach I had to practice a lot, and it has become a constant thing that every Saturday I wake up and I study and I practice, and then I come for the session. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks, Jyoti. Thanks. It takes a lot to learn, prepare, and then demonstrate. Yeah, it takes a lot. Yeah, regarding content, yeah, I won't say anything, because from bottom to top, it is filled with like for the non AWS experienced and then to AWS experience, both can learn from this session. Regarding duration, I can say 30 to 40 minutes is fine, but since like if we say S3 or EC2, take EC2, that can't be covered in 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So I think 30 minutes of 3 sessions would be helpful.
Okay.
It's my perception. Otherwise, there are people who goes on hours and hours. They can sit for that 30 to 40 minutes. I think that's ideal for me, works for me, because there is also a Pomodoro technique, 25 and 5. People can actually span for 5 minutes and then take 5 minutes. So 40 minutes is fine, I think.
Yeah, okay. Because even I felt when I used to listen to somebody else's session, guys, so even after 30 minutes, I used to be like, now I can't concentrate. So I had that luxury that, okay, I can stop the session and rewatch, right? But during live session, I think 30 to 45 minutes is even what I'll try for the next time.
Yeah. Thanks for such. I also agree that maybe 30 to 45 minutes would be somewhere good. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. And let's say if there is, I think sometime we can go till 1 hour also, but we can think about that. But it shouldn't definitely be more than 1 hour. But I think maybe 45 minutes is somewhere in the middle. Like it's not too short. Like it's not like just 20 to 30 minutes, and it's not too long as well. But we will see that. Maybe Jyoti, we can do some poll about it as well.
Yes, yes,
When
yes.
we will
Tag
come to the
any.
next
Yeah.
next session, next season.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Let's do
that people
that.
will be,
Let's do that.
yeah, and I'm sure that people will definitely be, eager to, means eagerly waiting whenever you will start with the season 2. That I can say for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So next, I've decided that we'll do more labs in the next session, right? So
Okay.
the more you do a lab, it helps you to crack those certifications as well. And like people, they come to me and they say that, yeah, we went through your session, we cleared the certification, but when it comes to the job part, they are not able to convert, right? So that also gave me some tips that we should do more labs, right? More end-to-end stuff, and we should learn to
Okay.
club things. Like we have studied things individually, let's go ahead and club it, so that while going for a job interview, those guys, like, we can showcase that we have cleared the certification and we know practical side as well.
Yeah, definitely it will be helpful for all. So I would like to thank everyone who have, attended live, or maybe, catch up with the recording for season 1. So please stay tuned. We will be back soon with the season 2. So if you have not already subscribed to the Test Chat YouTube channel, you should do it right away. If you are not following the Test Chat in LinkedIn or Twitter, then you should do it right away as well. Also, if you are not connected with Jyoti on LinkedIn and Twitter, then also you are missing out some very good stuff, because she keeps posting about Scrum Master or TPM related, like different things she keeps on posting. So do connect with her as well. You can find the links in the YouTube video channel description, YouTube video description as well. So thank you all, and we'll see you in the next season.
Yes, season 2.
Season 2. Yeah, bye bye.